Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man, Rico. This gray day, a little sprinkling, but hell, it's not 104 degrees of hot sun. So, yeah, I'll do a live out here just real quick while it's doing it's not even hardly sprinkling. But anyway, I want to say this really quickly. If y'all haven't paid attention, and yeah, I got a few minutes before my next client shows up. But like, share, and subscribe. I'm up to 447. Come on, we're almost at that 500. So y'all keep on sharing, liking, and subscribing to my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. Okay, look, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to social media, but online, folks have been calling out the rappers or the celebrities that have been attending the football games at Colorado. No, now that Deion Sanders is playing. Shout out to Deion Sanders, by the way. And or Coach Prime. But they're saying like, damn, y'all didn't show up when he was at the black school. And I also know, y'all know, I look around first. I like to see what everybody's talking about, because I have a particular idea about this. Willie D had his thing. Shout out to Willie D. You know. But I heard his perspective. He was coming from a celebrity perspective. He said celebrities would like to go where things are hot, where it's popping at. So celebrities want to be there. Okay. And then I saw Dr. Umar, and Dr. Umar came from their perspective of, being black and investing in our own. And shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, who came from what's called a holistic or circular perspective, trying to blend the two. But I want to say this, I tend to side with, in essence, of what Dr. Umar is talking about, because Dr. Claude Anderson comes to mind, Dr. John Henry Clark, the scholars tend to come to mind when it comes to this thing, what we call blackness, and also investing in ourselves and all of this, and unity. We always talk about unity, but we don't seem to understand what unity implies. Even though unity is always, the example of unity is always thrown in our face. Example. Do y'all think all gay people like each other? Do y'all think they all agree on politics or agree on particular subjects? No. But one thing about it, when you say something about the LGBT, all of the acronyms, all of the letters in that acronym all get on code. You think all Jews like each other? They want their kids playing with each other. They think they're just so connected. No. Well, you say something about some kind of truth about the Jewish Holocaust or about Jews, anything. Y'all see how they react? They make you damn near lose your job or make you pay a fine or whatever. So they all get on code. And I heard some stuff that O'Shea Duke Jackson said made sense. A lot of times, black institutions aren't prepared a lot. And he was very keen on mentioning that piece in his presentation. Go check out his video. But I want to say to O'Shea and anybody else, you say, well, black people aren't taking care of business and they don't do this, hence why we can't have, black talent doesn't like to come to black colleges. And I want to always go back to the scholars, and that's pretty much where Dr. Umar is coming from. I like that perspective, whatever's wrong with us should be repaired by us. We saw what happened. You have a system that purposely deprives a group of people economically through systematic foolishness and shenanigans all the time. Even when we had nothing, we made something. But we've had those of us who've gone outside of the community and became very mainstream, learned all the tricks of the trade from that dominant society. And that takes me to that book and that movie called The Spook Who Sat by the Door. See, this is where I'm coming from. Yes, a lot of things that are broken in the black community. Let's talk about HBCUs. And I talk about the purposeful underfunding or non-funding of black schools. Hell, go to the public school system. Before it became a lot of these majority black school systems, they didn't have all those problems in the public schools. They didn't blame it on the children not learning and not knowing how to read and or not how to not possess the ability to learn. They didn't do all of that until it became black. All of a sudden, the money left when the white kids left. So just like neighborhoods, you take the money out there, you start blaming the people for surviving. Get that. for trying to make a living. And so look at those people, you know, the whole thing. So with Deion Sanders is like many blacks who've gone on and made it mainstream, which a lot of us could, and we do. But when it comes to black folks, everything is purposefully minimized. Just look at the sports. You got black folks who are dominating, but they don't get the same type of endorsement, the same type of exposure just because they're black. And I know some of you black conservatives, well, you know, he's playing the race card. They're playing, you know, he's trying to, like black people aren't smart. I know we are. That's why people work every day to make sure that we are not seen or heard. And so what Deion Sanders did, I understand all of the drama that was at Jackson State. I do. I would not have stayed there and accepted that either. But guess what, Deion and anybody else? There was 100 others you could have chosen. You could have taken your status to a HBCU that was handling the business. And when I heard Deion talk about the HBCUs, he spoke to Jackson State as if Jackson State represented all 100 HBCUs. Well, you know, they're not taking care of business. You know, you got to have this from, they're not equipped. No, he kept saying there. I don't know if he meant just Jackson State or did he mean to incorporate all HBCUs? Because a lot of HBCUs are well-oiled machines. See, this goes down to, y'all listen to me now, because I know y'all, we all proud of Deion. Guess what? We was proud of Muhammad Ali. We was proud of everybody who made it out of what's called, I guess, the black stereotype. Or not the black stereotype, or that little hole they try to keep you on in the country because you're black. You know, they want to, if you sing one way, they demand that you, let's say if you're a black artist, it is almost like a demand that you only sing R&B. And there's one of Whitney Houston's struggles. Whitney Houston had a voice for the world. A lot of us didn't accept her because she didn't sound like Millie Jackson. Or she can't sing music, but Whitney Houston is called the voice for a reason. That means the voice of all voices. And then Whitney, unfortunately, bowed to that, I guess, those black criticisms. And one was making great music. Then she wanted to do My Name Is Not Susan and Why Does It Hurt So Bad? You know, she's trying to get to I guess, sing those R&B songs, but that wasn't her thing per se. And Shoop Shoop, she did that. Heartbreak Hotel. It was all right, but it wasn't. I like Whitney when she was doing her power ballads. That's where her voice shined. And so I get that. But with the whole HBCU thing, we're going to continue to play these games. We say unity, but we don't know what that really means. Unity means do the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's how these other groups understand unity. They put their blood, their sweat, and their tears. And Deion Sanders is not the only black coach, only black NFL player who knows the game in and out. But again, we have to continue to ask, how come Deion Sanders is the only one of the few, with a huge name? Because we've had others. Now, I'm not disrespecting or minimizing the others over the years who've come too. But Deion Sanders is an anomaly. He is a parade all to himself. And he brought that to Jackson State. And unfortunately, Jackson State didn't know what to do with it. And also, we weren't even paying attention. Due to the fact that he went to a black college, the world was mad at him. Because it is expected that the best of us are supposed to go the white way. We're not supposed to put any value on black. You know, but then we got a lot of us that treat black folks, you know, where I start off with them, you know, but I really want to make it to the big leagues. Let me tell you, so we had the Negro Leagues, baseball, even football. Well, I know at least baseball. And they were killing it. And black people are proud of it. But for some reason, you know, like Dr. Umar said, and I've always said, we still got to prove to white folks that we're worthy of validation when we're the goddamn architect of humanity. We're going to have to start reading our books so we can understand Deion Sanders' moves a little better. You know, when he got out of the black space, I don't know how it's going to help HBCUs, because by him being such a pivotal person in his field, famous, it took that away from it. Took the attention off the HBCUs, even though he mentions HBCUs, but him not being there took that that drive away. Those black boys who were going to Satan's, what's his name, Nick Satan's, Alabama, and all those white schools, well, that great talent is going to Deion at this white school. It would have been great for Deion and other people of his ilk, status, just like him, go to a Grambling or a Southern, Mississippi Valley and Alcorn. I mean, spread out to the HBCUs. Like Dr. Umar said, I have to give it to him. And all of them have all these ones with all these NFL greats who are still relevant and popular. And all picked the HBCU to coach at. All those top 5 and top 4 and top 10 graduates or prospects that came out these big high schools and these hood schools, they'll all be heading to HBCUs. And so you know what that meant? That all the money, all the cameras, all the networks would be at an HBCU. So when those black celebrities, I'm gonna get to them. And I think it's a legitimate criticism. Isn't it interesting? And they're right. So all of a sudden, y'all didn't notice Deion Sanders at Jackson State to all you black celebrities that taking y'all funk ass to Colorado. Y'all didn't notice Deion Sanders. He was still the same powerful, the same popular, the same, where's my theme music? He was the same Deion. But see, that goes into our psyche as black people. We don't want it unless white people have put their stamp of approval. And to these damn celebrities, black celebrities who y'all continue to support. I think Wu-Tang Clan was up there, and who else? Damn, I'll get the names of them. Members of the Wu-Tang Clan, they were up there, and just other celebrities just going all up there. Michael Irvin never showed up to Jackson State, did he? And I like Michael, no certain. They, his little NFL greats. Oh, who's that other cat? Dog, with all the baby mamas that had that anyway. A lot of them, they didn't show up to Jackson State. But it's interesting when they go to the white establishment because a lot of our black athletes come from these big white schools. I guess, that's very, very familiar to them. So the criticisms are, I agree with the criticisms. Like, damn, y'all gonna show up to the games and bring y'all celebrity power more to the white school. Colorado wasn't hurting for money. Yeah, they went 1-11, but they still had $5 million to pay Deion. Y'all need to pay attention to that. We know we always talk about how much money we spend annually as black people, but we don't spend it on ourselves. We always spend it on other people, and we need to really redefine what we think unity is. Unity even means down in the trenches, when things aren't going so great. Because when you unify, everything's becomes solidified. Did y'all understand that? Every other group understands, even immigrants, they understand it. But black Americans don't seem to understand what that means. And we're so busy trying to ward off any criticisms. Everything is open to be criticized. Even Deion Sanders, he knows it, and he's smart enough to look past it. But yeah, it is messed up. The best of us. And then when we do something for black people, we think we just doing a huge favor. Black fans, all y'all think black fans for just to give y'all money and move on. So anyway, I wanted to share that because I don't think we understand what unity is. So I'll just tell you, go look at the Jewish community, go look at the Hispanic community, go look at the immigrant community, go look at the LGBT, and learn what unity is. Because black Americans, we've been cheated out of it. We've been educated out of unity. We've been married out of unity. We've been sexed out of unity. We've been reproductively out of unity. We got so much work to do. And I'll keep directing you to the scholars. See, none of this stuff is new. Not any of it is new. The scholars talked about this a long time ago in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. But we won't read it. For some reason, we will not read it. A lot of us in our minds and our subconscious, we don't feel like anything is worthy unless we get some kind of white validation. But we talk about how bad the HBCUs look and they need this and that, but yet you still spend trillions of dollars to keep white folks rich, to keep their schools beautiful and all this shit. So anyway, still, continued success, Deion, because Deion is bigger than what we think. He's reaching all types of areas in society and mindsets. So, but anyway, you know, I just got on to give my few thoughts on it. Let me know what you think in the description. I mean, in the chat. What you think about it? Do you think these black celebrities were unfairly criticized? I don't think they were. You know, and I think they need to be continued to be put on notice for their bootlicking and samboing. These are the people that y'all, the black masses of America, y'all support these bootleg turncoats, self-hating sons of bitches who love to, as Ice Cube said back in the day, show out for the white cop. They love to entertain and show out for the white fan. Y'all said it. But y'all be cool. I think my client is showing up. I'll talk to y'all later. All right? Peace.